And like that's one thing that people were like, oh yeah, they put gay people on TV and it's gonna make my kid gay. Well, it didn't make me gay, it just made me confused as to why can they be gay and I can't be gay. And she says, hi, my name is insert name here. And I'm like, cool, love that.
You wanna get married?
What's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Latera and I'm gay. No, but in all seriousness, I asked my Instagram and a couple friends, like, what kind of video would you guys like to see? And the first choice that was actually voted the most was playing The Sims 4. For some reason, my computer decided to have a whole fit. In the middle of recording for The Sims, and my computer just decided to update on its own. No questions, it just stopped my screen recording, shut everything down, and decided to update. What are you, a Windows computer? Like, what is your problem? And then all of the screen recordings that I had saved of me playing just vanished. So I went with the second most voted thing, which was me doing a story time. So I didn't know what kind of story time you guys wanted to see. I really didn't have anything planned. I just kind of gave it as an option to see what you guys were thinking. And oh yeah, here are my new nails. This is very on topic because I decided, because it's still Pride Month, that I should just do my, like, I almost said coming of age. It's not coming of age. Coming to terms with my gayness, with me liking everyone, I guess. So yeah, if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're not, that's cool, but could you at least subscribe? Maybe leave a like. You don't have to watch it. I mean, I would appreciate it if you did, but even if you don't want to watch it, just like it. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna try to set you guys up. I'm gonna try not to be in my kitchen today, but also like I said, in the living room, I'm using my laptop as lighting right now because without it, there'd be nothing. There'd be nothing. So we're gonna have my laptop open in front of me just because of lighting issues. Also, my face is in full glam. Just take a look at that real quick. Just admire it. It's a little torn, a little worn, because I was sweating. But yeah, here's my makeup look for today. Gonna prop you up over here. So for this story time, we're gonna be talking about me realizing that I am not straight. I put notes in my phone because there's no way that I'd be able to talk about everything and just remember. A lot of people ask gay people because they're homophobic or they're just honestly confused or questioning, you know. They're like, how did you know you were gay? And I hear that question a lot, and some people are like, I automatically knew. Like, I didn't know until I got a girlfriend. I didn't know until XYZ. Honestly, for me, I didn't know that you could be gay. Like that you could like the same gender. Like I saw it in media and like on different shows growing up, like the L Word. I saw bits and pieces of that, but I never like put two and two together. Like for some reason, I thought that you could only be a lesbian or be gay like in media, like on TV and in movies and all that stuff. Like I didn't know you could actually be gay in real life because I'd never been surrounded by it, you know what I mean? And like that's one thing that people were like, oh yeah, they put gay people on TV and it's gonna make my kid gay. Well, it didn't make me gay, it just made me confused as to why can they be gay and I can't be gay. Like that was my issue. Like I just didn't understand. Like I didn't know that was a thing. So growing up very young, I just never realized really what was going on, okay? It wasn't until I was in about 4th grade, and it was the year before I left that school to come up here to Ohio. I just remember this girl in my class. I just remember us like lining up in line, going outside to recess, right? And she was the line leader, and I somehow ended up behind her. And I just remember us like walking up the steps to go outside and just like seeing her ass. And I know that's so weird, okay? But mind you, like, this is like not me as a 20-year-old talking about this. This is me as a 9-year-old talking about this, okay? And like at the time I didn't understand because like I had always been thick, you know? Like I've always been a big girl. But like there were other girls who were just like pencil thick. But this girl, she was voluptuous. She just looked slim thick. Like she looked dummy thick. And as we're walking up the stairs, like her ass is in my face. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, wow, that's a nice ass. Like I wanted to say it, but then I was like, no, that's so weird. You can't say that. Like that's not, you're not in the movie, Latera. That's not a thing. We were friends, but we weren't very close. So when we got to the playground, I'm like, hey, can I push you on the swings? And she's like, yeah. That, if you know, like, like I should have known right then. But again, I didn't know anything that's going on. Thinking about it now, I was like, wow, that was very gay of me to ask to push her on the swing set. So here I am, little 9-year-old me, pushing this girl on the swing set. We're having a good old time. She's laughing. I'm falling in love without knowing it. And at the time, like again, I'm still not at this point where I'm like, I like girls, okay? Like this is just something that weird happened that like my brain didn't understand what was going on. Like I saw this girl, she was pretty and I wanted to be friends with her. friends with her, okay? So then I moved to this new school here in Ohio in the 5th grade. I'm 10 years old, still not knowing anything about life, still not knowing anything about myself, not knowing anything about this new school or anyone in it. I remember walking into homeroom and there was this girl that was sitting at my table. She was really nice, really sweet. I introduced myself. We were like, hey. They sat us because we're in the 5th grade. We sat in a table and we were like in alphabetical order. So there was this other girl that was there. There were a couple dudes at our table and then this other girl walks in. And let me tell you, like thinking about it now, that was my first gay panic moment because this girl was like, she wasn't even like the girl that I pushed on the swing set. Like she was completely different. Like the girl I pushed on the swing set was super girly, super cute, all that jazz. No, this girl that walked in was in like boy shorts. She had a cap on her head. She had like the cutout sleeves. Like she had it all. Like, like literally seeing her, I just stopped and I was like I was shook, okay? Like gay panic was full on mode. Again, didn't know what that was. She comes and sits down at our table. She's like, hey. And I'm like, oh fuck, hello? Me? You're talking to me, like me. Like you were talking to me right now. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, hi. I'm Latera. And she says, hi, my name is insert name here. And I'm like, cool, love that.
You wanna get married?
No, I didn't say that. But in my head, I was like, she's awesome. I wanna be friends with her. Friends with her. And the other girl that was there that I originally met, we all started hanging out together. And apparently them two were friends for a really long time. So they'd been friends since birth, basically. It was just really weird. Like it was a weird like love triangle because I had a feeling that I liked her, but I didn't know that I was allowed to like her. And I had a feeling that she liked the other girl, but the other girl just seemed completely oblivious. She is straight, by the way. I need names. Baseball cap, okay, because she wore a baseball cap when I first saw her, and braces, because she had braces, okay? So braces is the straight girl, baseball cap is the girl that I was like in love with. So me and baseball cap, I was like, I'm in love with her. I'm gay. Not knowing what gay was, but I was like, I like her. And baseball cap was in love with braces. And she ended up telling me that. And she was like, yeah, well, I really have a crush on braces for a long time, but she doesn't like girls. And I'm like, you like girls? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, that's weird. It was just weird because I'd never experienced, I've never heard anyone say that out loud, that they liked girls and they were a girl, you know? I was like, oh. And she was like, and you like me? And I said, huh? Like, surprise Pikachu face. I was like, how do you know that? And she was like, I can tell, like, you like me. And I was like, I don't know what I like. And she's basically telling me that, yeah, you like girls. Like, it's very obvious to me you like girls. And I'm sitting there like,
wait a damn minute.
completely shook, not knowing what's going on. And I was like, what is that called? Like, what does that mean that, like, I like girls? So she's like, you're a lesbian because you like me. And I'm like, oh, I'm a lesbian. Here I am thinking I'm American. I didn't make that joke when I was filming, so I'm making it now. Like, I never understood it, never heard it, never said it out loud. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a lesbian and I like you. And she was like, cool. So then we started hanging out more. We didn't start dating right away. It was very weird because she was still like in love with braces. But once braces came out and was like, I like men. I don't like you. I've never had feelings for you. I love you as a friend, but I do not want to be with you. And baseball cap was like, oof, ah. So I was baseball cap's rebound. She was like, hey bitch. And I was like, yes. We had a little thing, we were on and off. It wasn't really dating because again, we're like 10 years old, maybe 11 at this time. And our relationship just kind of was there, but it wasn't. Like we weren't exclusive, like not everyone really knew about it. I wasn't completely out yet because I still didn't know what the fuck was going on. We ended up going on this choir trip. That's for a different story time. Anyway, I was forced out of the closet and now my whole school knew, my school counselor knew, the principal knew, everyone in my class knew that I liked women. It was very like scary to me. So to have the school counselor come to me and be like, yo, you like girls? And I said, yeah, what about it? Like, why does everybody care? Like, what is the big deal? And he was like, well, it's just stuff that we heard about on the trip and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, well, those are all rumors. Like, don't listen to everything you hear. So then baseball cap and I were officially out. So this whole time, I'm still thinking that I'm a lesbian. But there's this guy, and he was the it boy. Like, he was a part of the jocks. He was in sports. He played baseball. He played football. He did this and that and that. I had a really big crush on him, and I was confused by that because I was like, wait, how can I have a crush on him but also be a lesbian? A lesbian means you like girls. I didn't know that you could like both, okay? I just realized that I could like the same gender. Here I am Googling and my little pink Dell laptop at like 2 a.m. trying to figure out if I can like both boys and girls. Comes to find out I can. There is a term for that and it's called bisexual. So here I am, completely shook. Just realized a year ago that I could be a lesbian and now I can realize I can be bi. And we're gonna name this guy fucking Troy Bolton. Why not? Because he's a jock, you know, even though they didn't have football in High School Musical. We're just gonna call him Troy Bolton. We're gonna leave it at that. I had a crush on Troy, and I had an on and off again relationship with baseball cap. So now I have to come out again as bisexual. But for a long time, like, I kept that a secret because I used it to my advantage to hang out with the boys. So all the boys thought that I was a lesbian, and they were like,
whoa, what did you and baseball cap do? Like, what's going on with that? Like, what do you guys do?
and I'm like, nothing, really, literally nothing. But like, because I was a lesbian, I got to hang out with the boys. I got to learn a lot about other girls in our school, and they were trying to hook me up with other girls, and they're like, do you think so-and-so is gay? Do you think so-and-so is gay? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even know myself was gay. Like, they were my boys for a long time, even after I came out, like, completely. Like, they were my boys, which is all the jocks. And with the boys was Troy Bolton. So me hanging out with the boys means I get to hang out with Troy Bolton more, which was like big brain, big galaxy brain on this one. So I hung out with him a lot. We became friends. Our relationship was weird. Like, it was really weird, but I like knew I was in love with him. And at this point, baseball cap was like slowly like breaking away from me. Baseball cap had different views than me, so she was separating herself from me, which was fine because at this point I was like focused on Troy Bolton. Nothing really happened out of me and Troy Bolton because I was a cheerleader at the time, but I was still a big girl. So I kind of like let it be. Like, I left that in the back of my mind for a long time that I was in love with him. I just went, put those feelings, put them down. push them down. So now you're probably wondering, wait, aren't you pansexual? Yes. I didn't realize that I was pansexual until about the end of my senior year. I met this guy on Instagram, and at the time I had like an edit account. It's still a real thing. I'll pop it up on the screen, but I haven't posted on there in years. And he like liked it. Well, he liked a couple of them, and then he DM'd me, and he's like, wow, you're really good. You're really talented. Like, and it was kind of like a sad page. Like, I was kind of sad writing some of the stuff that I did on there. And he was like, if you ever need someone to talk to, like, I'm here for you, and yada yada yada. And I was like, oh, thank you, that's so sweet. And we started talking more. We were talking for, I don't know, probably not even a week. He ends up telling me, hey, I'm transgender. And I'm like, okay, what's that? I had no idea what that was. I had never heard that term in my entire life. I didn't know what it meant. I was like, that's cool. And he's like, do you know what that means? And I was like, no, okay, not at all. I have no idea. And he ends up telling me that he is a female to male transgender. He was born female, but like throughout his life, he realized that he was not female. He was a male. I'm really bad at explaining things, but basically like he just didn't feel right in his body. Like, he did not feel like he was a girl. For the sake of storytelling, I'm just gonna name him Hanger. I don't know why, that's just the first thing that came in my head. So when he's telling me this, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And he's like, you don't care? And I was like, no, the fuck? Like, you were just born in the wrong body. I'm sorry that happened. Like, I wish I could help you, but like, that's cool. Like, and he was like completely mind blown by it. And I didn't understand it at the time because I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, you were born in the wrong body. You don't feel like yourself in this body, and you found terms and you figured out what was bothering you, you know, and you fixed it. That sounds cool. Like, I was like 15 or 16 at this time, and like I said, there's no representation in this town, so hearing that, I was like, that's pretty sick. And he was just like completely surprised that like I was just okay with it, and I didn't understand why anyone wouldn't be okay with it. Like, I still feel that way. Like, that's none of your business, you know? Like, if someone's transgender, that's cool. Like, let them fucking live. Like, I didn't understand it. So we started like talking more. We only FaceTimed. We only talked on the phone. It was really nice and sweet. At one point we started dating. We dated for only a couple months before things got weird. During this whole thing, I did more research. Here I am again, researching. Because I felt like there has to be a term for this, because a lot of people, like my ex-friend, don't understand, and they're transphobic, and they could never date a trans person. And here I am dating a trans person for a couple months at this point, and like, I wanted to know more. I wanted to understand more. So I'm here, you know, like researching the fuck out of it. And on top of that, I'm researching like other sexualities that can include trans people, you know? And I just felt like I was more than just bisexual. Like, I could love anyone for whoever they are, you know? And as I was researching transgender people, I found about non-binary people or like asexual people, and it was just like so mind-opening. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. Like, I would love anyone who stepped foot in front of me, someone who treated me with respect. I would love them wholeheartedly, and I wanted a term for that. So I looked it up, and sure enough, there's maybe pansexual. I will respect their pronouns, but at the end of the day, like, if they're a person I love, they're a person I love. I don't care what the fuck they are. I don't care what the fuck they have. Like, hearts not parts. Like, if you're nice, we could be good friends. We could be lovers. We could be, you know, like, it's just, it's so nice. And it took me a long time to get to that. So going from being straight, not even knowing there was other things, being a lesbian, dating a girl for this amount of time, being bisexual, dating a girl but then being in love with a dude, and then finally coming to terms with being pansexual after dating a trans person. It was just like, yeah. That's my whole life of gayness, at least. Obviously, there's stuff that, like, I didn't go over. Like, there's just bits and pieces that, like, are irrelevant. I just want you guys to know, like, how I got to where I am and the support I've had. I have friends now who are so supportive. I have other friends who are just queer, and it's just so nice to be open about it and, like, living in a time where, like, you can be that way, you know? Even in my small town, like, there have been people who are like, okay, yeah. Like, my grandparents, they're chill. Mom's chill. Dad doesn't hate me. He still loves me, so I'm guessing he's chill. Like, you know, like, it's just, you treat people the same way you were treating them when you thought they were straight. That's all it is to it. Like, that's literally it. Like, I don't understand why people are like, well, I don't like this person now. Like, okay, sorry, get the stick out of your ass. Like, they're still the same person. Like, if you were friends with that person for 10 years and they were closeted and then they come out to you and then you decide to be fake and dip on them, that's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say, wanted to talk about. You guys saw my whole life. You're welcome. So thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day.